Guys. Oh,
hello. I gotta grab my notebook here real quick. Welcome back.
Welcome.
Today we're gonna be talking about our spiritual journeys.
It's gonna get emotional.
Yeah, so grab your tissues. No.
Maybe not emotional for you guys.
That's gonna be emotional for the both of us. So, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So if you guys, I just noticed that we haven't really been doing our intro. So,
Oh yeah.
if you got, this is Makeup Time in the Divine. We're both sisters. I'm Adriana, and this is
Asia.
No, just kidding. And, we brought the tea once again for you guys. No, just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know.
Who's going first?
You are.
Oh, yay. Okay, so we're just basically gonna just tell our story. That's pretty much our spiritual story. So, I'm already feeling emotional just because I feel like all these feelings are gonna be let out.
Yeah.
I need to grab some.
I'm gonna move forward this candle real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna put on this crystal real quick because I need help speaking. I can already feel it.
We're already bringing in the mood. We got our amethyst for calming vibes and stuff, and then we also got a geode.
Yeah, my clear quartz geode that my friend Cassidy got me. So let me just start then. So my spiritual journey really started for me last year. I would say probably around July or August. Not last year, sorry, 2019. July or August. And I just started realizing that I didn't like who I was, and I just kept trying all these different things to change my life, changing my hair, changing how I dressed, trying to make different friends and all this stuff, and nothing. I thought I was getting better, but obviously not. Me looking back now, it was just it was just bad, and you were trying to cover it up basically. I was hanging out with people that didn't respect me, that I didn't want to really associate myself with anyways. We had different values. I was doing being high every day on marijuana, and there's nothing wrong with that, first of all, but just for me, it was an escape, and that's what pretty much everything was. It was just a way for me to escape how I really felt about things and just keep pushing those feelings down and down and down and not confront them. So yeah, I would just smoke all the time, drink when I could. I was having fun and I was meeting good people, but I wasn't secure within myself to let those people into my life. I didn't trust anyone. I thought everyone hated me. I was really insecure. I didn't like who I was. I didn't even know who I was for the longest time. And then I started just trying to be more positive and following accounts on Instagram that were just really positive, and that started my journey there. And then November 23rd, I believe it was, or 22nd, I went to a friend's 21st birthday party, and I broke my ankle because I miraculously fell down the stairs, and the doctors were like, this is really weird because we usually don't see them breaking both of their supportive bones in their ankle unless they've been in a really bad car accident. Mm-hmm. Or a really bad accident, period. And mine was just missing a couple steps of stairs, 5 stairs. And at first I was super angry. I already feel the anger coming up in me and the emotions coming up in me, because I really have not talked about this. Like, I briefly touched on it, but I haven't talked through it. So, it was a really hard time.
Yeah, that was also a really hard time on me, especially since I'm an empath.
Yeah.
I literally, like, even just thinking about it now, it makes me want to cry because...
It was rough.
Yeah,
it was
just, like,
really dark.
seeing her in, like, so much pain and seeing her, like, not happy and her not being able to go do things and stuff was just, like, really hard. And it was especially really hard on me because I had to help take care of her. And I'm always taking care of people and stuff, but... Oh, man. Jesus. And I was already going through my own stuff, too, at the same time. And it's just, like... I care for my family a lot. No matter what. Oh my god, my nose is running. Anyways, but man, just seeing you through that pain, even the first day after you broke it, when you came back home, like,
oh my god,
Jesus Christ, it was really hard for me not to cry and show that I was just like, oh my god, I was scared for her because I've never seen her in so much pain before.
Yeah.
When she was screaming and crying, when she had to go and move to the bathroom.
God.
I was like, oh my god, Jesus.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So that night, I was just thinking, okay, so first of all, that night, I was just feeling really insecure, and I convinced myself to go to this party because I needed to, like, get out of my shell and stuff, but I was just doing it in the wrong way, you know? I wasn't being true to myself and taking care of myself, and yet again with the, like, patterns that I said I was going through. And then, yeah, I broke my ankle, and that was really traumatizing. And for the while after that, like, immediately after, I just, like, already knew. I was like, everything happens for a reason. Why did this happen? And I just spent, like, 2 months just, like, thinking about that and being really upset and becoming to realize things and why this would have happened. And the conclusion that I came to was for me to be strong, for me to realize how strong I am, because this isn't the first trial that I've been put through. And I realized, like I said, that all the things that I said at the beginning, I didn't have a lot of amazing friends. I was working a job that I hated only because it paid me a lot of money, but I was so unhappy. Like, it literally felt like I was, like, in hell there. Like, I clocked in, every day felt the same, and then I clocked out, and then I was dreading every time I had to go in. And like I said, I really hated myself. I thought I didn't. I thought I was over it. But now looking back, I still did. And like I said, I really wasn't connected with myself. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And during that time when I was healing, I was super angry, super depressed. But what came out of that was starting to feel things that I've never felt in years, like becoming creative again. I started a makeup page while I was still in my wheelchair because I couldn't walk for like a while, which was really hard, having to walk on one leg. I was getting bruises and stuff all over my body. Yeah. And then I started my makeup page, and that was just like that one thing that I could actually do, and it was really fun for me, and it was really creative, and it started to get me to realize the things that I wanted to do and the makeup that I wanted to do, that kind of stuff. And let me see what else is on here. January of 2020 was when I started that page, and then I just started to try and work on myself and work on accepting myself a little bit more. It especially was hard at the time because I, since I was 8 years old, have been struggling with a couple eating disorders, and it got really bad during that time, like my binging side. So I gained a bunch of weight, and before this I had been on the opposite end, practicing a little bit of anorexia and losing weight. So that was really triggering. And I started to try and accept myself as I am now and be happy where I am now, like no matter where you are. And then lockdown happened in March, and then everyone else went through their little like depression of the time because we were all secluded, and I was like, well, hey, I got like a head start on this because I've been in my house for a couple months not being able to go anywhere but the doctors, you know?
Yeah.
But that just made it a little bit more relatable for me to connect with people because they were having the same sort of spiritual awakenings as well, because they had all this time to sit there and think and connect with their feelings. And so I was growing connections with my friends that I kept with me closer, and growing closer to my family, like closer than we've ever been before during that time. And then a little bit, I think during late April, I started to be able to walk. So that was really, I was just like, okay, I just want to like do all the things that I love, like going outside and photography and hanging out with my friends again. And that was really nice. And I started building up that confidence again. Like I said, because of my eating disorder, I felt very vulnerable, but I was still just being like, you got this, like trying to figure out who I am, what I like. And then during this time too, I was just like researching things with spirituality. Like my journey pretty much started on my own, just with my own research and stuff. And then later, a little bit later on, my mom started taking a class, and I learned some things from that and from TikTok, but I didn't learn anything from there that I didn't try out myself, because I know there was a lot of proper like things that just like didn't make sense on there. Yeah. And you can kind of like, I don't know, once you're more in touch with yourself, you can kind of feel what's real and what's not real to you. And also there's this one girl that I've been following, on YouTube for a while. Her name is Hitomi something, but she's been on her spiritual journey since she was like in her early teens, and she really inspired me. A lot of her videos helped me grow and overcome certain things. And then this August, just like I just started becoming like more confident, because I feel like once you overcome a trial, more things just keep coming at you. Like for me, that was speaking up, and I'm still working on this, but I've jumped over certain hills, and not being afraid of judgment. So for example, like yesterday I wore an outfit that I was a little bit uncomfortable in, only because of the fear of judgment of others. In my own opinion, I loved it and I felt amazing and I felt like a bad bitch. But wearing that in public took a lot of confidence and overcoming fear, because usually when I wear something that I feel confident in, I know that other people might not like it, and that scares me. Sometimes. So I'll like change before I leave. But I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, this is something I'm afraid of, so I just need to do it. And I did it, and yes, I got stared at. Who cares? People always stare at me. And I felt so much better afterwards, and now I'm just like, now I feel like that's one thing checked off right there.
It's so crazy, because she even mentioned like she was gonna change her clothes.
Yeah, and I did.
Yesterday.
I put a sweater over it, and then I was just like, you know what? F this. Like,
yeah.
That's literally what I said. I was like, no, this is what I want to wear. This is what I like to wear. And I'm not going to change just so I don't get like dirty looks from people because they're offended by me. It's like, that's their problem.
Exactly.
That's not my problem. So it's just like, no, I'm not going to do that. So, I think like I would say probably like August and May, I probably started doing like manifestation and affirmations and just trying to get into that practice. And later on of 2020, I started journaling, which really, really helps with healing. I was meditating a lot. December, I really just like made my dreams come true. I was like, these are the things that I want to do. I'm going to pursue them and I'm not going to look back, kind of thing. Because like whatever you want, you can have. It's just whatever you put your energy towards. So just don't doubt yourself and just keep going for it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just like, there is no other option. This is what's happening. I'm not going to work another job that's going to drive me to become depressed and hate myself again. It's like, I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to like dim my shine for others. Like, I've learned my lesson. I don't want to go through another traumatic event to learn that I'm strong and I need to be who I need to be. And I'm not saying that it's easy. That's what this is all about. It's a journey, and your whole life is going to be a journey. And you can overcome things at one time, but that doesn't guarantee that that same problem is not going to come back into your life ever again. Because it probably will.
Yeah.
Because you're not 100% all the time. Things are an up and down thing. But you have to learn how to realize and be aware and how you cope with things and how you want to like have that relief and hope, you know?
Yeah.
So now I'm just focusing on being present in the moment and focusing on my career, and like I said, trying to conquer my fears and living in flow, because another thing that I really struggled with was just being so forceful with everything and then getting angry when I couldn't keep up, basically. I was like, well, I need to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and not understanding that I need time to rest, especially spiritually. When you do spiritual work and child trauma healing and all that stuff, you need that time to rest, and they want you to go slow, you know? So that's what I'm focusing on right now, is just trying to go with the flow, not be upset when something so tiny goes wrong, because the world is not perfect. It's not supposed to go perfect all the time, and that's just a part of it. You just need to learn to accept it and keep moving. Yeah. So that's my spiritual journey. Basically, I really had that like huge awakening when my ankle broke and finally learned the lesson that I've been getting thrown. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, my nose is itchy. I'm glad that I'm able to do this one clearly, this video, because the last video was not that great because I was constantly sneezing. But anyways, it's more like my nose is just running now. Oh, mine. So, oh man, how do I want to start this off? I know I have notes on here, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna start that off. So basically, before I even started my spiritual journey or even realized things, was I got into a relationship. I was with them for 2 years, and it was just, for me, well, I'm not gonna talk about that, but like, I was in a 2-year relationship for a while, and when my spiritual journey started was actually when quarantine started, so yeah. In March, and I'm glad I noticed a lot of things now at the age that I'm at, because yeah, it basically when quarantine started, I wasn't able to see my boyfriend anymore. At the time, I literally his his dad was like, you're not gonna be able to come over for a while until quarantine's done, until things calm down. Mm-hmm. And so I had to be basically at home, which sucked for me because I really didn't like being home, and that relationship was my escape to getting out of the house, especially on the weekends, because I just get overwhelmed with all the stuff that's here, all the crap that goes on around here, and how like I get like a lot of bad toxic things thrown at me all the time, and he was like my escape. So when quarantine started, it was really hard for me because I was just like, what am I supposed to do? I want to get out of the house. I want to leave. I want to see my boyfriend and all this other stuff. Like, but it started forcing me. It was a blessing in disguise for me, especially because it really forced me to really focus on myself and love myself. Oh my God. It's so funny because like when I started reading this to Aisha, I wasn't crying, but now I'm crying because now I'm like thinking about it. It's like it really did force me to really focus on myself, because I never focused on myself before. Yeah. Because I've always focused on other people and always wanted to fix them and not myself, like at all. And that's just like, it's a good trait, but it's also a really bad one if you do it in the wrong ways.
Because you always have to have you first.
Yeah, and I never focused on myself at all. Like, even though, like everybody kept telling me, oh, you should take okay, like every time I broke up with someone, they're like, okay, well, focus on yourself, look, like just focus on yourself and stay single for a while, whatever, and whatnot. Yeah. And I didn't want to listen because I hated being alone. I don't like being alone. I always wanted someone that I could put all my focus and time into, because I didn't want to put all that focus and time into myself. So this was really hard on me. Especially, I like felt depressed for a while. I was really into my thoughts, and I hated that. I just didn't like being alone a lot. Oh my God. And jeez, my nose. I was just feeling really depressed and sick and tired, and I just like also like feeling lost and what I wanted to do with my life, and also feeling a lot of like anxiety and feeling very anxious. And I was always constantly feeling tired and sick and stuff when I was in relationships too, which makes a lot of sense now, because it's just like, because I was always constantly putting energy into them and also taking all of their bad crap onto me and keeping that on myself.
Empath.
Yeah, it's empath. It just, gosh, man, I don't like having to look back that much. I mean, I do tend to talk about my past, but like really getting more into depth with it, it's just like,
it's like hard for you to confront.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, my nose ring. But yeah, I was just feeling really depressed. I was feeling sick, meaning like I was constantly always not feeling good. Mm-hmm. I was always tired. I was always sleeping. I literally slept all the time. And once I hit this quarantine and stuff, it just like I said, it really just put that, like, made me sit with my thoughts and really focus on like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? I'm 25 years, 24 at the time, but I'm 24 years old. I have nothing going for me. What am I supposed to do? Because I love taking care of people. That's just how I am. Because I'm an empath. I'm always taking care of others and not myself. And I've always wanted to help people. And I was like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. And I was in caregiving. I was in caregiving. I was a caregiver. I was a med tech. It was really hard on me and my body and stuff to do that stuff. And I just didn't want to have to do that. And then, I mean, I loved it, but just the people in that environment was very toxic.
The workers.
Yeah, it was the workers and management. Management is always the worst because they don't do anything and they play favorites. It's literally at every assisted living facility. But I was just like, I know I kind of had a job. I was doing DoorDash, not DoorDash. I was doing Grubhub and not really DoorDash, but I really didn't have anything going for me. I was just really lost. I had no idea what to do. And then once my mom started her spiritual journey and started getting into her class, that's what really inspired me. And I started like realizing that I've been always interested in these things.
Yeah.
Because my mom has done these things before when we were kids, and I remember like her reading the palm of our hands and stuff, and also like I think she had tarot cards before too. Yeah, she did. And I've always been interested in this type of stuff, and when she started doing that and stuff, I was like, okay. I was like, I want to learn how to do that. You know, I want to learn how to do all that stuff. And she said she was going to teach me, but she never ended up doing it. But she ended up actually paying for the class for me.
Yeah.
The year-long class. And which was, I'm thankful for her for doing that and stuff. It was just crazy. And then I also found out that, like, I was meant to be a Reiki healer. And I can't wait to take a class for that. But anyways, because I was like, not only do I want to be a psychic and stuff, but also, and that's also going to help people, but also I want to be able to, and then I'll also be able to actually, like, help heal, fix people, but in the
physically,
right, yeah,
mentally,
in the right way, not
yeah.
like I have the need to do it. Like, it's like these people want it and stuff, and I'll do it. Because obviously in the relationships that I was in, they obviously weren't ready to be fixed, and that's up to them, which was really hard for me to realize too when I started my spiritual journey, because I had to really face a lot of things. Like, I can't fix everyone. That's up to them if they want to fix themselves. Yeah. Also, I am beautiful, I'm loved, and I don't need anyone to help I don't need anyone. I don't need to be with anyone. I'm independent, and I don't need that. Damn it, I'm gonna cry again. Okay, so also, I honestly don't ever want to work for other people again, too. I just can't. And no matter how many times people keep telling me to get a job and stuff, that I'm physically capable of doing it, they obviously don't understand that I'm not physically capable, but also I don't want to put myself in another situation like that, because it really sucks the life out of you. It really drains the shit out of you. And also, like, every time I was constantly physically working and stuff, I was getting sick. I was constantly going into the ER because I was getting all these, there's always something wrong with my back, like, anything. I was always constantly in the ER. And I'm like, I know, I don't want to get a fucking job. I know, it sounds really bad, but it's just like, no, because I'm confident in the journey that I'm in, and I'm confident with my business and everything, that I'll be able to live off what I'm doing. Yeah. And not have to depend on getting an actual job and working for other people. And I just don't want to end up doing something like that. I love what I'm doing, and I don't want to work for other people. Period. Period, sis. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, starting my spiritual journey really opened my eyes to a lot of things. It literally made me literally let go of things, people especially, that really affected my life. Because I've been, oh my gosh, mentally and emotionally abused. He's always been there. And he really affected my life. And, I had to forgive that and let it go. I'm not going to forget, obviously, but I let it go because that is really taking a lot of weight and a lot of, a lot of things that are not wrong with me, but it just caused a lot of issues with me being jealous and having trust issues and stuff. Like, I'm still working on that, but it's just like, man, that shit really affects you, and I know a lot of people have been through it. Yeah. But I just learned to really just forgive and let go. Also, I had to go through a lot of journeys with forgiving and letting go of the stuff that my dad has done. My dad's not gonna see this, obviously, but he, he's done a lot of stuff. Him and his girlfriend have done a lot of stuff that affected me. Yeah. And so I had to forgive and let that go. I just learned that I need to say no to people. I need to say no to others, because especially when they're very toxic and they're just not wanting to listen to you and then blame things on you. I've learned to literally just not even bother with it anymore, because you can't, like I said, you can't change them. They have to change themselves. Exactly. So you really can't do anything about that. And it's just I can't, honestly, I literally cannot wait until we move, because I'm still in a toxic environment. And it's still affecting me, and I can't let that go until I move out, because it's just gonna be so much better on myself. But yeah, I'm still working on. Okay, so I came to the realization that I don't need to fix anyone. I need to focus on myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm still focusing on myself, even though, yes, I'm in a relationship, but he supports me and I support him. That's all that matters. And that I don't, he knows that I have all this stuff going on, so I can't really, always put my time into our relationship. Yes. Also, it kind of helps the fact that he lives in another state and that he's 3 hours ahead. Because it's really it's still giving me my time to really still focus on myself and to still do all my business stuff and all this stuff with our business and everything, and not having all my focus on that. I still wouldn't have put all my focus onto our relationship, because at least because he understands, like I said, but yeah, it's actually kind of nice, but at the same time, I like affection, but also, I'm not gonna be losing focus on things that I've been doing. I'm still focused on the stuff that I'm doing, even though I get distracted very easily, but I'm trying not to lose focus on my goals and what I want to come in my life. Anyways, and also, I'm still working on trying to be independent. Meaning going out by myself wise. Because I have a hard time with being by myself when going on trips and everything. So I'm trying my best, but it's hard. But I've learned that I can be by myself when it comes to relationships. So, yeah.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, you guys. Baby steps. Yeah, I'm still obviously in my class for my psychic stuff, and I'm still learning a lot of things, which is just crazy. And you know, I can't wait to what life brings to me.
The future is very exciting.
Yes.
The trials that will be put through, as well as the treasures. Like, I don't know. Now I look at life like completely different. I look at it as lessons and as like just like moments, you know?
Yeah.
Not to like focus on the past, to be in the present, because what you do now is your future later. So that's what I'm saying. Like, whatever you put your energy into is what will become. So if you are going through something hard, try to look at it. I'm not saying just be like, oh, positive. No, because you still need to feel your emotions, and if it's sad, let yourself be sad. But just understand that everything happens for a reason, and learn and overcome, and then something amazing will happen, and then it's just like a cycle. But I don't know. I think it's exciting.
Yeah. I know, I always look at, like, the bad things that get thrown at me as, like, a test, because it's always a test. The universe, God, everyone is literally just testing you, and they're saying something good is coming, you just need to get through this, see how you handle this, basically. And then something good will come out of it at the end. But, oh man, you guys...
Whoa.
I've already cried once, like, before we started this video, I cried, so,
I cried this morning because I was doing a journaling, surrounding a time in my life when I was younger with my eating disorder, so that was really emotional. This morning I was crying.
We're both gonna be so tired after this. Oh my gosh. But anyways, if you guys... I don't even know what I was gonna say. I honestly just forgot. My mind is just...
If you guys want to check out our socials, they're on both of our pages. If you're on Instagram or the tubes or on Facebook. This is our last video for this week, but next Monday we have our morning yoga / stretching and meditation. Later that day we have a Q&A about religions versus spirituality, and we have our cooking, our mindful cooking on Wednesday next week, and then we have Adriana doing my makeup next Thursday, which
that's gonna be fun.
I'm excited about, but I always just get nervous that I'm gonna break out when somebody else does my makeup.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we'll see.
I love it when Aisha does my makeup, so.
And I don't remember what we're doing for spiritual, but you guys will hear about it next week. But yeah, join us on our live, or keep watching the videos once they've been posted if that's your style. And comment when you first started your spiritual journey, what age you were. Yeah. Thank you guys. We really appreciate you for watching this video. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment them or message us, or come to our next live and ask something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have a good night, you guys, or / morning, who knows.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll see you guys next week.